Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name's Andy, Crippleman at TFW, and I'm joined this week by the man made of green stuff. It's Mikey, G-Wolfie3. Hello, Mikey.
Hello, human.
Have you been sculpted well into a miniature form with the green stuff?
No, I really haven't.
Do you know what green stuff is? Are you aware of green stuff?
I feel like this is going to be a Warhammer thing.
It is a Warhammer thing,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
thought
something
that.
that could apply to Gundam as well, because green stuff is used not as much. I think they use other stuff usually in Japan. It's something that you can use to fill in gaps, or you can use to like sculpt new bits onto things.
I honestly thought you were about to say something like nanomachines.
No, it's not. Oh man, that's the future. The green stuff.
That is the future of Warhammer.
That's the
Nanomachines.
future. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that.
You won't be
You
able
know-
to paint anyway. They'll all be like color changing.
No, because they'll be smart. They'll be smart, and they'll do pre-colored ones, which you can change on the fly with digital stuff, and there'll be uncolored ones, which you'll be able to paint because they know that the bread and butter is getting people to paint, and if you take paint away, like, can you imagine if someone just said one day like, there will be no more physical paints or canvases or brushes. You'll have to do it all on Adobe or Adobe Photoshop. It wouldn't fly. Wouldn't fly. People would kick off. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" I'd be mad. All you get now from now on is Windows Paint.
Oh God!
Enjoy.
You must make an anime opening with it.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Yep. To be fair, when you sent me that, it was actually not too bad for the program that they clearly used.
Yes, but they were just like, please make this.
Yes.
And like, I think they'd be very good editor, and they have
yes.
they have good concepts.
Yeah. They weren't the best artists though.
No.
That's what I'd say. But no, this, if you're wondering what me and Mikey are alluding to, it was a fan-made intro to the anime that has never been made and probably never will be made. Gundam Crossbones. Crossbone? Crossbone. Singular. Even though there are many.
Twitter post of someone going like, I'm reading Crossbone now, it's shit. And I'm just like, you dead inside motherfucker.
They might be the kind of fan that doesn't like G Gundam as well, though. So
yeah, they probably. I was just thinking like you're probably like looking at Zeta and thinking it's ugly.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't like all of the designs. They'd be like, this is stupid. They'd be like, the story's really good, but man, there's too many like really shitty mech designs. It's like, no. No.
Not only that, like I've been looking at the non-Gundam designs this week, just like the ones I'm not familiar with. My God.
You mean from Zeta?
From everything.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's so much weirdness out there for non-Gundam designs.
Yep, and they are usually the ones I like the most.
Like, I think like Unicorn's got one that's like a star with legs. A big green star. Like, it's like a core robot and there's like 4 big green panels sticking off its shoulders.
I think you're talking about the Kshatriya.
I'll take your word for it. I don't remember. The names are not sticking with me for a lot of them.
Yeah, like it's got like 4 giant wings, but it's a normal robot. It just has these giant wings attached to it.
Victory's creepy fucking eyes.
I'm not a big fan of Victory. I don't like a lot of this stuff in Victory.
Like
does it?
Pupils. I was looking
okay.
They've all got pupils. Why do you have pupils?
So they can see your soul, Mikey. See your soul. We're here this week. We took a break last week because there was like nothing. Now we have some news. Not like a huge amount of news to talk about, but we do actually have something to get into, thankfully.
No, but before we do get into that, I do want to say thank you for people who engage with the Cyberverse show.
Oh.
Including several members of the production, writing, and animation staff.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
I think we got some of the voice actors as well. Like including the exec. I think it's like the top story editor for the show, Randolph Hurd. I think it is.
Oh wow, good
May,
stuff.
if you're listening, can correct me. But but yeah, like we got retweeted a lot by that kind of stuff, and I think the show had a much wider impact than I thought it was going to have.
This is what happens when you get Vangelis on the show.
Oh,
People
yes,
take
yes.
notice.
Yes, it was Chris. It was all Chris.
Nobody likes you, Mikey.
No one does. It's really weird.
Especially me.
I know.
Good. I'm glad you know. It's this hatred that's been building for years.
And it's not building. You tell me every day.
Just so you know,
You
you've
just
got to
send me
be.
This is what you're sending me at the moment. Anime style streamers
Mhm.
and pictures of you stabbing me. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah. I'm sending you a lot of Corone.
Corona's amazing.
I like Corone a lot.
Corona's she's very
a
good
good
at what
dog.
she does. She's
She
very good
is.
at what she does.
Yes,
And that Minecraft one nearly killed me.
Oh, the one where the poor I don't know which VTuber it is tried to put the lava in the bucket and it just burnt a house down.
Yeah, but it's when she's screaming the entire time in Japanese in a really high pitched voice. Ah! And then at the end, the thing that broke me at the end. Why can't I put lava in my house?
It's weird because it almost felt planned because for those not aware, the VTuber puts down some kind of metal bucket and the idea was to put the lava in the bucket. For some reason it didn't happen and it spread across the floor. She's set on fire, she's killed, and she's like, oh no, I'm gonna lose all my stuff. She picks up her stuff, she's like, oh, I lost my strong sword. And then she turns back around and back to where all the lava is, and the rest of the house is on fire, which she hadn't noticed. And then the screaming really starts.
Oh. But no, I'd watch that stuff live if it was subbed, but it's not.
Yeah, that's a problem. I would say like Coroni doesn't do a terrible job at saying some English phrases.
No. I think honestly, like it's way more entertaining than a lot of what you see for streaming and stuff because
Yeah.
most people are just so kind of boring.
Is this because we're weebs though? To be fair, is it like a cute anime girl doing cute things and it's like, hey, we're back home?
Probably in a large portion, but I also feel like there was
helps.
genuine joy.
Yes,
Felt like someone was actually really getting into it, not doing their job, which is, always a thing.
I would agree there. I like going Inugami Korone. Inugami is Inu, dog, and Gami, like the idea is god, dog.
It's a dog girl. She's portraying herself as a dog girl.
Yeah, the first name is like a pun on dog and god.
Yeah,
which is amusing.
it's a I think it's a real thing actually.
What?
Inugamis.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. HoloLive seems to be doing very well as a business. They've pegged down a lot of the kind of up and coming HoloLive videos. I think apart from Kizna Ai? Was she the first one?
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce it for the life of me, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Kizna Ai was the first one. I don't think she was a HoloLive, and I think this business came around because of like the success of her, and then people like her. So it's have a check on YouTube if you like. It can be quite fun. And it seems to be super popular at the moment. Loads of people are like subbing and stuff for them. So you can tell, like when you've got people subbing English and putting up clips on YouTube, I think you've kind of got the attention of the West for the most part.
And seriously, quite mad, quite.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. But we're here to talk about Transformers, young Mr. Mikey. Transformers have been shown off and teased and whatnot, so we're going to kick off with Mech Fans Toys. First off, the MS-20B Iron Sky, which is the Legend Scale G1 Astrotrain. We've seen the coloured versions of this toy, at least in the cartoon colours, but the Iron Sky is the toy. Well, it's one of the toy versions of Astrotrain.
Yeah,
it's specifically the Japanese one. If you're not aware, Astrotrain had 3 versions. He has the cartoon colouring, which everybody I think probably knows. He has the G1 toy colouring, which is purple train part and white body for the most part, obviously with some stickers and whatnot. And then the Japanese toy version, which is even whiter body and train parts are more of a really, really dark blue, like almost black. Yeah. So this seems Iron Sky seems to be for that super G1 Japanese toy version. If you're not aware how tall it is, it's 12 inches. 12 inches. Oh, that's not small.
Hi-oh.
That's super big. It's 12 centimeters tall. Great addition to the competitive Legend scale, which seems to be a bit more of a thing these days.
Well, there's basically 2 scales.
Yeah, there are only two
There are
scales.
two scales, high and low.
Oh no, it's true. A lot of them, I still think a lot more of them float, and I think you'll probably agree, just float in the masterpiece scale. But there is a lot more for this, I guess, budget third party line. But they still keep fairly safe for the most part. A lot of them are still doing G1 style, and this is a G1 Astrotrain. But you know, at least when you see these, you go, they're affordable. So I'm more inclined to dig on these ones. I'm not a big fan of this one particularly, especially compared to the normal release, because the normal release has a lot more color, so it pops a lot more. The train mode probably looks... I think the vehicle modes maybe look nicer just because of a better uniform color to them, but the robot mode just kind of looks bland and uncolored and needs stickers versus the original release, which is, you know, more poppy. How do you feel about it, Mikey?
Not a color scheme I love.
Oh, you mean in general?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really. I have issues with the sculpt.
Oh, what about it? Don't you like?
It's got that kind of semi-soft look.
You mean the edges and the corners?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I don't know. I think the alt modes look solid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not crazy about the robot.
Okay.
But it's not really doing it for me.
I actually quite like the mold myself. I can see what you mean about it not being like very hard edges to it, but I appreciate that, because if they are trying to go for a cartoon aesthetic, I would imagine that having a softer silhouette or lines to it probably helps. The idea of it being more inclined to be in that style, I guess. But you know, that's yeah, I get that. It makes sense. Mech Fans also, or Mech Fans Toys, I should say, are also releasing onto the world their poisonous fog. Do I do a fart joke? No, I'm better than that. At least in a vocal sense, in my mind, I'm not better than that. So poisonous fog. I don't know where the name came from, but it's G1 Octane. I'm not sure really where poisonous fog would be for this.
I'm assuming it's like smog.
Right. Continue.
He's leaving smog as he flies.
Right. That's should have called him chemtrails.
Oh
no, that's what you call acid storm. That's what you call acid storm. Chemtrails.
No, you need someone, like, I want someone paranoid to be called chemtrails or something like that. Like two pack, Acid Storm, and Red Alert. No, you call Red Alert Jones. A1-X Jones. That would be great. And chemtrails. 2-pack. Paranoid box set. I'd love that. That'd be fun. With frog.
Comes with Robo Frog. Oh, that'd be amazing.
So basically, if they ever do a diver, a third-party diver, this is the accessory kit.
Pink version, though. It'd need to be the pink version that comes in the set. Yeah.
Oh god, yes, absolutely must be pink.
Oh, the memes. The memes, the memes. So yes, Poisonous Fog, G1 styled, legend scaled Octane. We see him we only see 2 pictures of his alt modes, his truck and plane, and then we see him in a few poses as his robo mode. Again, is fairly posable for what he is. He has quite a square chest, because they've not been able to compact the lorry mode's cab in any kind of way, which, I mean, it's legend scale. You can only do so much. So I think he's got a bit more oomph chest-wise than obviously the G1 model, where he was completely flat.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think it's not too bad. His plane mode's is really rough.
I think the vehicle modes both suffer, if I'm honest.
I don't think the truck does.
I think if the truck didn't have those side wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
It feels both modes to me feel very bitty. There's a lot of seam lines everywhere.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
The robot mode I think is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
The big chest doesn't bother me, but looks fairly well articulated. it looks like it's a clean enough transformation. Like, none of the modes look like there's something else, which is an achievement. Especially at this scale, so... No, I think I would maybe go for him over the other one.
Okay. I think Astrotrain looks like a more solid triple changer, because each of his modes look like... It's that plane mode. The plane mode looks really rough. And... Like you say, at this scale, it's really hard. I think it's really hard to do triple changes in general and get them to look like G1. And especially at this scale, that I really do feel bad for the plane mode because it looks real rough. But I don't know what else could have been done to make it look smoother. You know, we've seen bigger scale Octanes not have great alt modes, so it's not bad. I think more pictures of this to come out will be good. I have a feeling like lower shots of the robot mode will look a bit weird just because of his puffy out chest, but yeah, still pretty solid. Still a pretty solid look. Has anyone done like a third-party Sandstorm? I know no one really cares about Sandstorm, but I don't think many have.
I don't think,
if any.
Nothing's popping into my head. Anytime I'm thinking Sandstorm, I'm just thinking about the Generations toy.
Same. I know we've got Broadside, obviously, and that's kind of a miracle in itself because Broadside. Everybody loves Broadside.
Yay!
Spring, obviously, we've had loads of him.
Yeah.
Other triple changes who
mostly
haven't...
been Decepticons.
They are the most prolific. So that makes sense, but yeah, maybe people just don't care about Sandstorm.
Let's be honest, why would they?
Yeah, his episode wasn't too bad.
He wasn't good in it though.
No,
Magnus was good in it.
Yeah, was he the one that was like? No, it was Rodimus who was good in that. It was like, don't worry, Cybertron's better.
Yeah, that's good, but no, Magnus wins it for me, and just like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever saw. And give me the bomb.
Yeah, well, I want to blow it up.
This is beautiful. I'm gonna kill it.
They should have given it to Sandstorm. I can't blow up my own planet. Do it. Rodimus pulls a gun on him.
No.
Do it.
You must prove you're one of us.
Exactly. Yeah. Conform or die. Mikey, do you want to take us on to Zeta Toys?
No, I don't.
You want to do the creepy figure, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this done now. So, pre-orders are up. They're actually done on 30th of June, or June-ish, so if you're interested in this, get in quick. For the Lewin Resources 1/6 scale LWH-01 Spite Witwaki.
Spite?
Spite Witwaki.
Okay. Is this third party or is this officially licensed?
It's third party.
Okay.
So Llewellyn Resources, they've only got one other figure out. It's an oversized knockoff of Masterpiece Optimus Prime that is the size of a small child.
Oh, okay.
And has been done in a standard release and a Captain America release with a shield. So this is their next figure. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is an original mold. Given the accessories, I suspect it's not.
Right.
I suspect this is a KO of an existing man doll action figure.
But with a new head, I would assume.
With a new head and clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Spike Wiki, a 1/6 scale, so about a foot tall, thereabouts. Comes with a gun, a laser effect, a flashlight, and 2 sets of hands. I mean, he's got... I described it as Edward Cullen face.
Yes.
He's very pouty.
Yes. And they made him as pretty as possible.
Are you afraid of me?
No.
I could eat you.
Please, just stab me. Please.
We're gonna have a really abusive relationship, and you're gonna treat it as kind of cool.
And my werewolf stalker boyfriend's gonna want to imprint on my child.
It's fine. Bestiality's fine. I don't know why this is a problem.
Bestiality plus a bit of the P to the E to the D to the O. It's like, oh boy, what was that movie thinking? What was it doing?
That's the book. It was in the book.
It could have
back in the day.
It may have been in the books, and it's still fucking weird for it to be in the books. But somebody in the movies looked at the book, wrote it in the script, and it continued to get passed along with people going, "This is fine." No one said, "Maybe don't." I think I would have been that person saying, maybe let's not. I don't know. This seems weird. No judgy, but mostly judgy.
Yeah. So this is their first doll figure. Like I said, just based on the accessories, none of which Spike. I remember his flashlight and gun.
From his episodes.
This is a knockoff of something. The full name is Spike Deformation Soldier.
Deformation Soldier.
Yes, the blurb goes something a little like, adhering to LW's consistent, rigorous craftsmanship, it entered the field of 1/6 soldiers for the first time and sincerely provided fans with the first protagonist of the Transformers, the first protagonist of the Transformers series, the first bomber of Spike.
What?
Yeah. The exquisite painting process, super strong and durable. Body has good mobility, handmade clothes, exquisitely restored accessories, which will definitely give players who like Transformers and Soldier series an extraordinary experience. I'm assuming Soldier is what they're ripping off. More characters will appear in follow-up to the series, which will inevitably make up the vacancy of the player's Transformers characters. Product information is as follows. 30 centimeters tall, 1 plastic hair carving, a cool model body, a shirt, a blazer, engineering boots, belt, flashlight, gun, and gun effect. Also, so they're saying they're going to do a whole series of these.
Yeah, okay.
Not at this money, they won't.
How much is it going for?
Pre-order prices, depending on who you're going with, is between $70 and $100.
It seems rather steep. I don't know what the market is on, like, are they going for the sideshow, like, Hot Toys kind of market? Is that what this is meant to be aiming for?
But it doesn't look quite there. I mean, like, the joints look more Play Arts Kai to me.
Oh, really? Okay. No, yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. It does seem rather steep. I could see why people might go into it, just because there aren't a lot of avenues for Spike figures or merchandise. Like, you've got the little tiny ones that come with the masterpieces, and a third-party one from, like, 10 years ago at this point or something. If you remember that back in the day when you could buy that. For the G1 Optimus Prime.
God.
Yeah, that was an oldie. Apart from that, I don't think we've ever had like a scale where there was actually detail on the figure Spike, where he had a face with eyes. So this is neither you nor I would assume have any interest in this, but I think it's good that it's available because it's something that hasn't been touched. Like the Spike with Wiki, that guy, market has not really been tapped. Not that I imagine it's massive, but
I saw when I was looking at this originally, I saw like a picture of the Spike toys, and it included like Sam.
Oh no, from the movie toys.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, there weren't many.
No. And I get why. But this fills a very small niche, I suppose. So, who do you think we'll see? Because if we're getting Sparkplug, that needs to be an entirely new book. Because he's a fat boy, which needs to be a different. If they have a generic female book, that works, I suppose.
They could use that a couple of times as well. Because you could do like not Alora, the one that Powerglide bounced.
Oh, Astora,
thank you.
Yeah.
You could do her from that one.
Christ.
Chip. Chip could be the same book, you just include a wheelchair.
Put him in the chair.
What was his name? Trax's boyfriend.
Oh, Raul.
Raul.
Raul. Yeah. I'd be up for seeing a Raul figure, because you need to give him a little tiny piece of cardboard so he can break dance on it, because I think that's one of the few things he had.
He needs a little blaster.
Yeah. That'd be terrible.
Do you know what you could do? If you did Sparkplug, you could then redo him into Lord Chumley.
Hey, I like that. And Burger. What was his first name? Sean Burger.
Sean Burger, Two Cities.
That'd be great. Can you imagine they did a Sean Burger figure?
Oh man, I'd love that.
That'd be so much fun. He could come with a laser beak in like cassette mode and in burb mode, maybe a desk and chair.
But He needs a hand that's holding up fingers going 2 cities.
Oh yeah, I mean, why would that be?
That's
It'd be
required.
dumb if they didn't.
I mean, it would take a lot of retooling, but you could do Archiville.
Yeah, you could. I wouldn't want it. I think you could do
No.
the Nebulans, not too difficult.
Yeah, I mean, they're just basically green.
Yeah, they're green people with weird faces. Apart from like Lord
but they're-
Zarek, who's fucking hench, even though he's meant to be crippled or something. He's
Let's
massive.
be honest. Does anyone like? I'm sure someone will tell me, but does anyone think that the characters from the Rebirth, the Nebulans, were particularly memorable enough to need a toy?
No.
I mean, you could, if you just want a Headmaster toy. I mean,
Get the Titan Masters.
yeah, you get Titan Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Minerva's got an official couple, which
It's-
one
yeah,
is done
it's
in
true.
yellow, which also makes it Legends Nightbeat.
Oh, I know this is completely off topic. Do you remember when that good Minerva figure's coming out offhand?
No, not off the top of my head.
Damn.
Yeah, it looked good.
It did look good. I wouldn't mind
Minerva,
picking it
I
up.
like Minerva.
I like her too. She's not a like deep character, but you know she's in
She- Yeah,
she's in an 80s Japanese show.
yeah, she's like she's about as deep as you would expect.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind a Minerva figure, and if I remember the third party figure, whoever did it, who I can't remember offhand, looked really good. I wouldn't say no to it.
Yeah, I think. Oh God, I think it might have been Fans something.
Maybe because they're doing a shooter as well. I remember they had that.
Yeah, but I think they're the ones who did the G2 Optimus and the Scourge,
Which one?
the chunky one.
I don't know
And they
which
did
one
an
the
I
chunky
think
one
they did a
is.
really chunky Overlord as well.
Okay.
like a Master Force Overlord. Not.
Need to keep an eye on them.
I
at
remember.
some
I
point.
can think of the look, but I can't remember the company.
They'll do Cab probably as well, who will be a bit boring, which
Yeah.
most of the Autobot ones on. Then maybe they'll do like Cancer and the rest of the guys
You're a
and
dreamer.
Wilder.
You're a dreamer.
I'd like, hey, that'd be great. I mean, if they're doing
I'm
Minerva
not saying it
and
wouldn't be.
they're doing
But
Minerva and
there's a
Shooter.
thing. If you're gonna do dolls of things, do feckin' Mega and Giga without the armor.
Oh no, with the armor. What are you
no,
talking
no,
about?
without the armor. Golf
Oh
club.
no, okay, I see what you. No,
Golf
when
club. Witch hat.
yeah, no, when you said without the armor, you meant without the headmaster armor.
Yeah.
I thought when you said without the armor, I thought you meant like in normal human clothing.
No.
And I was like, no, we need her in her wizard hat, and we need him in his weird like demon samurai outfit.
Yeah, but Demon Samurai. What's his weapon of choice? Golf club,
Golf club just works.
which is very common with like powerful Japanese men in anime. Actually, when you think about it,
I wonder if that's like a
Taiga had one.
a symbolism of like corporate power, that kind of idea behind it.
Maybe.
Like, because like high-end business people in Japan weren't doing salary work and they weren't hitting bars, they were maybe hitting the golf course. Maybe that was the idea behind it.
I could believe that.
Yeah, it's a guess. I've got no proof, but it sounds like it sounds like it could be a thing. Yeah. So Spike, it's not the one we want. Basically, I suppose. Shall I take us on, Mikey?
Plasdo.
Right, Zeta Toys are showing off more things. They're showing off the ZV-03 Guardian, which is a Bumblebee movie VW Beetle cliff jumper. So it's cliff jumper in that scene where he didn't make it. Spoilers.
Nah, he was of two minds.
Oh, yeah, he's a little bit split on decision making. Wop, wop. Is not a feature. That's not a feature that this toy comes with. He is a remold of Bumblebee, as was the style of the time, or is now. He comes with a hammer, which I think isn't that what Bumblebee came with?
He doesn't come with anything new. He just comes with Bumblebee's accessories.
Oh, okay. So that is a hammer, a gun hand, a kniff, and another kniff.
Yeah, the
Two
only thing new
kniffs.
is the head.
Ah, well, that I mean, it's probably about right, I suppose. That is cliff jumper to a nutshell at this point in time. So if you thought to yourself, I want another member of the Bumblebee movie cast who hasn't had a figure, this is certainly a character who I don't think has had any kind of representation in the toy line, has he? Officially.
No, he hasn't.
Which is weird, because I would have thought Hasbro would have jumped on the chance of remolding a Bumblebee, and, well, not even remolding, just slapping a new head on him. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe there is one, and completely forgot about it. That could easily be a thing.
I'd be surprised.
Same, but yeah, it could happen. This is apparently due out for release sometime in August, depending on, things still being as they are. And Zeta Toys also showed off a figure I absolutely hate.
I see what they were going for in that they failed.
I hate it. I hate it. And this figure that I hate is the Zeta Toys Zeta-EX10
There is a Studio
Spacetron.
Series Cliff Jumper before you continue.
I thought there
Studio
probably
Series
would be.
64.
I thought they probably would be. I was surprised that it didn't pop into my head, but okay.
I don't know if it's a retool.
It's a unique mold.
It looks pretty accurate to the design.
Huh.
Someone,
good for Cliff Jumper if that's the
someone
case.
who cares more can tell me.
Right, so third-party collectors may recognize the fact a metal redeco of Toy World's Devil Star slash Evil A, that's evil with an A at the end, star, in cartoon accurate colors. So this seems like it's a re-release or something from another company. This is a robot that stands 22 centimeters tall. If you wondered about the scale, no concrete information on price or the release date, but we've got a myriad of pictures to go through. So it's an Astrotrain. We see him in train mode, in robot mode, and in jet mode. As I mentioned, Mikey, I fucking hate this. I think it looks lame for the most part. It looks like a GoBot, and not a good GoBot.
It looks to me like someone had an Astrotrain and they got the axes and they just sort of squeezed them together.
Okay. No, yeah. I see what you mean. In Photoshop kind of thing, and it's kind of smushed it. Yeah, I could see that.
Doesn't look great.
No. I will say the shuttle mode looks nice.
The vehicle modes are fine.
Yeah, the train mode is really good.
Like, the vehicle modes feel like they were going really G1, and the robot mode feels like they were trying to be original, but also trying... Like, they chickened out halfway. Except they hadn't designed the rest of the toy and said, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that chest is ridiculous.
It's not great.
Like, dude, lift. Do something.
Jesus.
Take the one. Lift. Take the advice of the one.
Mm-hmm. Always lift. Never stop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking at these links to the evil Astar. And the Evil Star images aren't there anymore, but the Toy World Devil Star, and it does seem to be a similar toy. For some reason, on these images, he doesn't have his boob wing, we'll call it, folded out. I don't know why. Yeah. Maybe that would help the overall look come together a little bit more, but I don't think I'd like it much more than that. But that's a thing that's coming, maybe, one day, so... Somebody's got a comment, $55 or $60. It may have gone into my customization fodder basket. At $75, it'd be better value to play a hooker to spit in my mouth and slap me.
Oh.
Oh man. I clearly hadn't read the rest of that before continuing. That's a good comment. That's a good comment. Hooker to spit in my mouth. That's a lot. I think that's a high price to ask one person to spit in your mouth. $75.
That's a high price to pay for something that's going in your customizer bin, but
yeah.
I can't comment on how much it costs to have someone spit in your mouth, I'm afraid. I've never really looked into that service.
No, nor I, but it to me, if you were to ask me like how much would you pay for someone to spit in your mouth, I certainly wouldn't go as high as $75. I'd be like more like, I don't know, £5, I guess. That's
probably like what is it, OnlyFans account that's dedicated specifically to that. So if anyone happens to know that person, can they get a figure? We want it for reference.
Yes, we'll spit in your mouth at conventions.
A man or a woman or whatever, we just want to know.
If you subscribe to our fans only chat, we will guarantee to spit in your mouth if you pledge so much money.
For the low price of $2 a month.
$2.
That's the Patreon.
Give us your name, give us your photo. Yes. Name and photo. I will find you at the corner. I will spit in your mouth. Boom.
We'll do that anyway.
Yeah, well, I'd still like the money, to be fair. If we're providing the service, you got to get paid for it, Nothing in life is free, Mikey. You know this. I'll take this next one as well because it's a quickie one. DNA designs DK-18SS56. That's the Studio Series 56 kit that this is an upgrade for, which is Shockwave. It's the Studio Series Shockwave, the leader class one. So you get a few little bobs in here, 3 to be precise. Arm pieces. You get a cannon arm, a hand, and a blade for the hand.
Yeah.
So you pop off those, you pop these ones on, and I guess they are better.
Do they have a comparison shot?
I don't see one, which is why I say I assume that they are better.
Yeah, I think they should have had a comparison shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think the idea is it replaces the soft parts on the original figure, and it maybe if they don't look better, which if you have the figure, you're going to be a better judge at this than either of us are, since we don't have the comparison shot. But maybe the idea is just to give them a not bendy plastic. Maybe they've been painted better as well, I would imagine.
That would be nice.
Additionally, the cannon and blade have movable parts. Okay, and the hand features articulated fingers. Okay, so there's a bit more. Cool. Yeah, this upgrade kit is expected for September. A very, very nice option to improve your sound wave. So there you go. There's your option.
Sound wave.
What's that?
Actually, shockwave.
Shockwave. Did I say sound wave?
You said sound wave.
They're the same. They both.
Why am I laughing at this like it's hilarious? It's just like, haha, you got 2 names that are almost identical wrong.
You're so stupid, Andy. You need to not be dumb.
You're so dumb.
I am dumb. Help me. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the next bit of news?
Yeah, Takara Tomy in the last week have released part 2 of the Transformers Generation Selects God Neptune webcomic manga by Hayato Sakamoto. So this continues the story where Shingo Akane teams up with Megatron. Nothing good can come of this. But yeah, it has been translated into English by Zeta Toys once again. That guy is both awesome and needs to get on it with the rest of the stuff he hasn't translated. I know where you live. But yeah, this story opens with why it's set. So this reminds us that technically Star Convoy is from the future.
Yes.
So a few hours earlier, White Convoy is making friends with the locals and sees Star Convoy on footage and says, "Oh, that's the one that Primus brought from the future. Look at him protecting people. Well, freedom is the right of all sentient shit." And you're just like, well, I'm gonna die. Because it turns out White Convoy believes he is to be reincarnated as Star Convoy. Dun dun dun. Meanwhile, God Neptune has all the weapons and gear and matrices that he stole off the various planets. He faces off against Megatron, the Straxuses, and Akane, and no, I will never call them anything but. Megatron says very little in this book. The Straxuses attack with one of their stolen weapons, but, Neptune kicks their ass. But then it turns out the spirit of Blue Big Convoy appears, grabs the giant gun, and shoots him in the face. Knocks the weapons out of his hands, but just before anything else can kick off, White Convoy combined with all the police bots shows up. And he's going to do something heroic, and he tells Star Convoy, "Hi, I'm basically you." And then he gets sliced in half by the God Neptune sword. In a scene which references something I never thought would be referenced again, which is Transformers Zone.
Mm-hmm.
He split down the middle, and to the feckin' detail of the brain, it's almost picture perfect identical to when Predaking got split in half.
I didn't even notice that, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh my god, I love it. But while this is going on, he got distracted, and Megatron and Akane have... Megatron teams up with Akane to get extra power to shoot God Neptune, blast him apart, and Half Shell's like, "Yeah," and tries to contact Turtler, and Turtler's like, "Fine, brother." But then there's a video recording of him bad-mouthing everyone, and Turtler's like, "You know what? People here like me." And he says, "Your problem." And Half Shell says, like, "Oh God, it's all." Half Shell has a fucking breakdown. Half Shell just starts like crazy laughing, and he flashes back to when the first time the Beast Wars Seacons were defeated, and the 6th member died, Lobehammer, who is the Lobclaw people wanted. Lobehammer. He gets beaten. A mysterious stranger who I fucking know is Starscream. Just look at that fucking chin.
And smile.
Yeah. Says that, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll help you." But then it's like, "Oh, he owns you now." And Half Shell's like, "No," he's cradling Cilia in his hands, and he's like, "No." And then his sword starts talking to him because White Convoy now lives in his sword.
Okay.
And he says encouraging words, and Half Shell's like, "Oh, you know what? You're probably right. We're probably better to do the right thing." And so as Megatron is fusing the matrices together, Half Shell hits him in the fucking face with a sword, and then use the powers of the Matrix to combine back into God Neptune and slice him in half. It's all very dramatic, but unfortunately, now Megatron is able to fuse back together into Megatron Omega Perfect form. Which is, he's put his wings down and his shoulders up.
And a mask on? Or was that on before?
No, the mask was already on. But again, you can do this with the toy. And now we're about to have a face-off between a multi-matrix powered God Neptune and Megatron Omega Perfect form. I have to keep saying that. Meanwhile, the Primus, who might not be Primus, says this is all about stopping PrimerCon, and he's going to call the Primitives. And I'm very curious to see who the fuck the Primitives are going to turn out to be.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Because we don't have any toys that could be the Primitives.
No.
So I'm very, very curious. But yeah, this is fun.
Because, I mean, that clearly means that we're waiting for the next Japanese Generation Select figure, and we've no idea what that could be.
Like,
I don't.
5 people, so you could say it may be a combiner of some sort?
I guess.
I don't know. I'd like
Megatronia.
Oh, that would be... No, don't remind me. Someone reminded me I don't have her this week, and I was just like, I know, but it costs so... I didn't have the money at the time, even when it went on sale, and now I might actually have the money, and it's 200 fucking... Like, Megatronia is I've had an amazing good news, and I've just, like, gotten a lot of birthday money. Fuck it, purchase. Like, God Neptune, I'm trying to sell stuff to get the money for, but Megatronia is, like, it's a fuck it, money doesn't matter moment, you know?
Yeah. I get you.
So, yeah. But, like, if Megatronia comes through there, like, that ain't primitive. Sir, that is fucking advanced. Trick Diamond's in this, though. She's one of the yellow convoys.
Oh, yeah. I know
the Yellow Girl planet, including Misha from Energon.
Oh, yeah, she did have a yellow suit on.
Yeah, she sure was appreciated as a human being.
Yeah.
She was dating Kicker. She brought all of her choices on herself.
It's true.
I had fun with this. It's a bit one, it's gorgeous, and two, just like the bit where Half Shell just has that's like life sucks.
Yeah, his little weepy eyes.
Yeah, really, really good. But no, it's real. I think this is fun.
Yeah, as usual, entertaining little thing. As we've said, not really sure where it's going.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
Even Megatron has a little brain. I just realized.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah. Well, this is G1 Universe, so Sakamoto goes. It's all got to tie together.
They were GoBots the whole time.
Oh my god. We've got to have all the weird continuity stuff together, even the stuff from that one OVA episode.
Yep.
Which didn't take off. It's weird.
Also, I also kind of love that the translation is like full pirate for Half Shell and God Neptune.
Oh, so, yeah.
Like, we're going to go into a fight, God Neptune. Yahar, White Convoy. Yahar. We be fighting, me hearties.
Well, that's how he talked in the show, from what I remember, right?
In the Japanese equivalent of pirate talk, yes.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Also, those episodes are fantastic.
I remember you told people to go and watch them before. Yeah.
Seriously, if you don't watch the rest of the show, watch the Beast Wars Second Seacon episodes. They're all up on YouTube. Go now.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I think it's like episode 18.
You mean it's the first episode that they're in?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Shall I take us down, Mikey? Yeah, so Xiaomi, I think one bot.
I think it would be
Nizhad X.
Xiaomi?
Xiaomi? I'm not sure.
Because it's Mandarin, isn't it? Or it's one of the Chinese languages. I'm afraid I only know Mandarin off the top of my head.
Mandarin, Cantonese, and isn't there a third one?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's the guys that made the Build-A-Brick Optimus Prime a while ago. They're back, and they've shown off 2 more from the Cyberverse range. They have a buildable Megatron and a buildable Bumblebee. Lots of bees. So if you wanted a build construction version of Bumblebee from Cyberverse or Megatron, you have the opportunity to do it now.
Yep.
They're pretty big. Did you see the image of I don't know, their truck that can be a truck, excavator, or I don't know if those 3 separate things, are those the same model that can be built in 3 different ways. I couldn't tell.
I'm not sure, but like we're getting a lot of these Nezha stuff actually coming out now, and there is still no word on when the show's coming.
No, it's true, yeah. How big would you expect these buildable figures to be? Because they look...
I'm waiting for the picture with the children to load.
I would say they're bigger than a leader figure, or they look it.
They're solid. Like, honestly, I think they look pretty good.
For what they are, yeah.
Yeah, like Megatron, like, I don't like all the gaps for the sockets, but hey, oh, what can you do?
Yeah, it's a buildable figure. It's, it's part of the course, really.
Yeah. But they're good. They're a good size, and I've seen reviews of the Optimus, and people seem pretty positive on it.
Oh, here's a question for you then, Mr. Mikey. If I was to say, would you like the deluxe or warrior version, or would you prefer this? Which do you think you'd go for?
Oh God, just because the model thing is a thing with me at the moment, probably these.
See, I would say that as well, because I think the joints, they look better on this than they do on the deluxe figure. I think the proportions are quite nice on him as well. Like you say, he is very gappy, so he does have that problem. He does look like a buildable figure rather than an action figure.
Very much so, very much so.
But still, I'd say pretty solid looking. Looks pretty decent. I don't know, I can't, say how good they are versus Lego pieces, which they're clearly mimicking. Maybe is a term, but I don't think Lego can, keep the copyright for those style of bricks, which is why Mega Bloks and stuff like that exist as well, I guess. Yeah, that's all there. Mikey, do you want me to do this next one, or do you want to do it?
I might as well get it out of the way.
Right.
So you asked, we listened. Did we ask?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know. So Dave confirmed we have an image for the WFC E35 Decepticon Fasttrack, which is showing off that he has a spear mode. That spear mode is an homage to the Tyrant spear wielded by Black Zarak, and he will go at Scorponok in a badly photoshopped picture. But you know what? I don't trust ye. You still haven't done Metro Titan. Why would I think you're going to do Black Zarak?
Japan.
Nah, not anymore. Unless it's Generation Selects. And
that's the only way.
I do not want to see how much a Selects Titan figure would cost.
Oh boy, yeah. Oh, that'd be a pricey baby.
I have also seen this redone into Signal Lancer, and it works far too well.
Who?
The best Transformer.
The one that people have been like, hey, make a Signal Lancer for years.
Many years.
Many years.
Mm-hmm. So not even a third party one has ever been done. It's so bizarre.
I said, didn't we have like a garage kit one at one point?
Yeah, we did. But, we've got we've got official and unofficial garage kits like so many times.
Mm-hmm, it's true.
Of different things. But I mean, it looks fine. It doesn't look amazing, but it looks fine.
It's an interesting mode. I wouldn't. It kind of emulates the Tyrant Spear from Master Force.
Yeah. Until I see a picture of an official Hydra mode, I don't care. The best mode.
I still don't think that Hasbro would do a Black Zarak.
No.
Unfortunately,
Again,
like you
how
say.
many, like, we all said the most obvious thing to do would be an SDCC Metro Titan.
Mm-hmm.
And they did an SDCC Metroplex, which is basically the same, except it had a couple of extra stickers.
That's wasn't some of the things like chromed as well, like a chromed gun?
And then they did Devastator, and we said the most obvious thing to do would be G2 Devastator.
Yep.
And they did Devastator with extra chrome and stickers.
Yeah.
So they I'm surprised they haven't just, done Triptychon the same, except like, we're never getting Gigastorm.
Yeah, and he doesn't take that much work. You need to resculpt a horn and then just spray on some dinosaur scales on him, and he's done.
Yeah.
And then remove pieces.
Yep.
Oddly enough.
But that ain't no. I just don't trust him with the repaints.
No, it's weird because you would have thought like they're so eager to do repaints most of the time. Maybe the idea is, even though it's a like con exclusive, they don't put much. No, it can't be that, because why would you just re-release the normal figure but with shitty chromey bits?
Yeah, and we've seen some of their con exclusives that are actually good.
Yeah, it's been a while though, to be fair.
I mean, that's true, but that's...
They can do it. It's just been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time since they've done a real kind of eye turner where you go, oh, that's tasty.
Yep.
Yeah, never mind. Do you want to do the next one as well?
Yeah, because that was short.
Yeah.
This kind of surprised me. Transformers Battleground video game official reveal trailer. So apparently this was properly revealed at Toy Fair 2020 Investor Day. This is the public release of the trailer for Transformers Battleground, a brand new console RTS game going to come out on Xbox, PC, PS4, and Switch, using at least Cyberverse models, if not just set in the Cyberverse universe. I mean, we see Novastorm, Windblade, Optimus, Megatron, Shockwave, RC, Soundwave, Grimlock, Bumblebee's in there as well. Published and developed by Outright Games and CodeSync, respectively. What?
What?
Wouldn't that be... published and developed by Outright Games and CodeSync, respectively.
Okay.
That's a bad sentence. The game will be available on October 23rd, 2020. The new game will be available on various blah, blah. It's described as a tactical warfare adventure and is the first Transformers game ever for the Switch and the first TF console game in 5 years since Devastation, which I'm currently looking for at a decent price on PS4. It's not easy to find.
Oh no, because that was cancelled.
Hard copies, people know.
Yeah, you can't get it on Steam anymore either. I mean, I've got it, but that's if you want to buy it on PC, that ain't happening as far as I know.
Transformers Battlegrounds is a new and authentic take on what a Transformer video game can be, said. Yeah, they're saying all the words that make your teeth ache, aren't they?
A little bit.
Said Mark Fletcher, Hasbro Senior VP Corporate Strategy and Business Affairs. See, now my teeth are aching. It's exciting for us to be bringing the epic story of battle between Autobots and Decepticons to life for a new generation of fans on console. Terry Malham, CEO of Outright Games, lauded Transformers franchises as one of the most enduring and recognizable in the world of entertainment. None of these are good. Official description is evil Megatron closes in on the Allspark, Bumblebee and the Autobot. Why would you say that? Need new commander to save Earth. You! Assemble your squad and roll out for a battle that will rage from Central City. I think that's a copyright infringement. To Cybertron, and even to, I don't know, if you've got the Flash running around, you don't need any of this. And even to local multiplayer arcade. www.outrightgames.com/Transformers. This is a bad trailer.
It's not the best. I've no idea what kind of game it is, but from the looks of it, it looks much like a phone game, an iPhone game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going for an RTS XCOM kind of thing.
Is that what they're going for?
It looks for to me, but it really maybe it's just the angles and everything else of how they filmed this. But that looks like it should be on mobile.
Yeah.
There could have been... You should have gone for a cinematic trailer if that was what you were going to show.
Yeah, or some actual game trailer so you know what the gameplay is, the game cycle. Yeah. What is the game cycle of this? Granted, it's an early release, but I'd like to know what kind of game... I mean, it doesn't hold... Do you remember the first trailers for Devastation?
Oh, well, yeah, that was platinum. It was just get out of my way.
Yeah.
And then before that, the Fall of Cybertron trailers... which are genuinely so much fun to still watch.
Yeah, no, they're great.
And
Wolf Cybertron was a bit iffy.
yeah, but War for Cybertron, they weren't confident.
No, and
But,
they were still figuring stuff out. By
Yeah.
Fall of Cybertron, they had a much better idea of what they wanted. And we don't talk about the movie tie-ins because they were never very
because
good.
they didn't happen. But even they had better trailers.
Yeah,
Like this is just, and like I am very nervous of something that's going to be released on the current console generation in a few months' time, and this is the first thing we're seeing. Like, if you're going to release a trailer now, this close to release, I want to see proper gameplay. I want to see some cinematics. I want to have a vibe of what the game is, not a teaser trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a concern, like you say, because it is so close to release. It's like, ooh. And no offense to him, it's a company I've never heard of either.
No, actually, let's have a like.
Or
let's see what else they've done. They're probably just gonna like, what's the worst game you've ever heard of? That was us.
Oh no, that'd be sad. I don't want that to be the case.
Outright Games. So they've done Jumanji the video game.
What?
Adventure Time Pirates,
Okay.
Racer Ryan, Paw Patrol on a Roll, Crayola Scoot, Dragon's Dawn of New Riders, Gigantosaurus the Game.
Right.
What else? Hotel Transylvania the Game. Ugly Dolls, Ice Age Scrat the Game, Steven Universe the Game, Ben 10 Adventure, Last Kids on Earth. I've never heard of that. Basically, they do a lot of children's TV license games.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And Coatsink, because they're publishing, right?
Okay.
So we're going to say Coatsink are developing, which means they're putting the actual work in.
Right.
And their games, they're set in Sunderland. They're local. You can go down and see them, or up to see them.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm waiting for it to load. I'm still waiting for it to load. It's asking me if I'm cool with this. Yes, I don't care about your fucking cookies. Unless they're chocolate chip. Go. Come on! Okay, that's an interesting graphic. Shadowpoint.
I don't know what that is.
They suspect nothing overclocked.
Okay.
Augmented Empire. A Night Sky. Shoe. Esper 2. Chip. Fogs. Cake Bash. Kingdom 2 Crowns. I know that. I know Kingdom. That's not a bad. That's an interesting game. And Get Packed. They're going by the visuals here. They do. Yeah, their preferred genres are puzzles, platformers, stuff like that.
Okay.
So if this is an RTS kind of thing, this is their first outing into that.
Right. If it's that.
Yes.
Which it might not be. We don't know.
No. So, I might check out some gameplay of the stuff on here. I don't know. But yeah, the Kingdom isn't bad. Two Kingdoms.
Okay.
Our Kingdom. It's a weird little game, but it's quite fun. I don't know what a fog is.
No, me neither.
Fogs looks like a ripoff of that weird slime game, that Slime Rancher that came out a while back.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it.
Well, there you go.
I'm not confident.
Nor I, which is kind of a shame. I would also throw out it's a shame that it's set on Earth, because you've told me, and I've heard from many people like yourself, that the best stuff for Cyberverse was Season 3, which had no setting on Earth, right?
Yeah, if this was like a game set in the middle of the Quintesson invasion, that would have been so fun.
It sounds like you could do a lot with that, just like, even if when this was put into development, that wasn't, the season hasn't started, if somebody had said, we're doing a thing set on Cybertron with a Quintesson invasion, to me, it gives a bit more oomph than, we're on Earth and you find the Decepticons again. That third faction element adds a little spice to the Transformers pie.
Yeah, and I'm also pretty sure, just like the quick thing I saw made me think story is not going to be the strong suit.
Perhaps not. Shall I move us on to the last story then, Mr. Mikey?
Plus.
Right, TF Nation included into their big broadcast of 2020 or 2020 if you want. We have Stan Bush, and it says Maycat here, but we said Maycat last time.
Yeah, Jeremy Levy, that's who that should be.
Yeah, Jeremy Levy.
Because Maycat, voice of Transformers Cyberverse Bumblebee. I mean, she wishes.
For the next iteration, you never know.
Like, she would just like kick a door down and say like, "Yeah, I'm Bumblebee now."
Would she batleth them as she goes?
Yeah, I don't know. She'd run in screaming, "Cobra!"
That's the hope.
No, like that's her hope. I think it's not necessarily a good idea to run into a building screaming, "Cobra, I'm a terrorist."
It might be frowned upon. I'll give you that.
Especially these days.
That's fair. That is fair. That is a fair point.
But yes, so the voice of Bumblebee for Cyberverse and Stambush are going to be on the live stream.
Yeah, which again, for those not aware, is the 14th of August and the 15th of August online.
Yep.
Obviously. So that's it, Mr. Mikey. That's all of our news caught up for the past 2 weeks, give or take. We may have missed a few little stories here and there, but I think we covered all the big good boy basics. So, the question I have for you, once again, Mr. Mikey, as I ask it every week, what you been up to this week? And I guess, to a lesser extent, last week as well.
I'll give the overview. I've got a delivery coming tomorrow. I got given a gift. I got told you can pick a gift. And I said I want to buy a model kit.
Okay.
The Hobby Frontline had a big restock during the week. Nothing I was super crazy about, but they had one thing which they got in the real grade Mark II Gundam, the Titans version. So I've got that coming to me tomorrow. I spent before I looked into it, I've spent like ages, and from what I can tell, by some fucking miracle, the one early Gundam real grade I really want is the one that turned out to work. Everything I can find, like, for some reason, that skeleton just worked. It holds up over time. It's a solid figure, and it just works. So hopefully it will do that. But the key thing for me was getting the real grade experience, and getting it for free is perfectly fine. I'm still going to try and get the tall geese because that just looks tits, and I will get the fucking crossbone because I am a sick man. I have a problem. I realize that. I may have spent like a week looking at like various like if I was to like go completionist on at least the X1, what would I have to do? And like there's a metal build in there, so I would have to sell my fucking soul. Problem is it looks really good. If they do a high res one, I'm dead. But yeah, so that's coming tomorrow. Anime wise, there's been 2. Really, that have been dominant. I've been reading a bit of manga during the week, which I haven't done in a while. But Harufume, of course.
Oh, yes.
Episodes 10 and 11.
I caught up on 9, 10, and 11 because I hadn't seen it for a while.
Not the funniest.
Oh, no. I cried on 11. I ugly cried hard. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oof.
Yep.
Made me real sad. I was like, oh Jesus.
Yep.
Great episode though.
Yeah, I kind of wish there wasn't as many flashbacks, but I get why.
Yeah, agreed.
I understand why. But what did you think about the one with the maid?
Oh, that was really sweet as well. That was a really nice one.
Yeah.
I think that was preparing me for episode 11. I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm feeling things. And then 11, I was like, oh God, no. Jesus.
One more episode, Andy.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got past the saddest part. I can't think that they do like unless they kill her off.
She just get an arrow for the heart.
She's
like, I escaped the doom ending.
Yeah, it's like I escaped the doom ending. Now I have to leave and give Katarina her body back or something.
Oh, no, because Katarina's terrible.
I know. But maybe Katarina's learned. Like, maybe slightly shared a soul, so they separate.
No. She separates. She just turns into who she would have always been, and they all like, what the fuck just happened?
Bad end
for everyone else.
Yes,
and like you fell in love with the wrong person.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, well, I'm sorry, Prince George. She's yours now. Yeah, it's like shit.
But no, it's a good show.
It really is.
As good as it is, and also like even in those serious episodes, there's still moments that you just like laugh.
I don't know if we mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. I'll reiterate the point. The reason why this is one of the best of the harem kind of animes is even in the harem shows that me and you like Monster Musume, we never, I don't think either of us go, you know what? The main character is really interesting. The best point about the main character from Monster Musume is he doesn't die. That's not a positive thing to say about him as a character. That's just one of those weird things that's funny. Him as a character, he's bland as dish. You know, he's as boring as anything.
He's still one of the better ones.
Yeah, which is really, really unfortunate to say. But in this show, the reason we like Katarina so much is she is an actual character. She has a lot of thing to her. It's great to watch. You can see why everybody wants her.
And there's no one in her harem that you feel like, oh god, I wish you'd go away.
Yeah, there's no super annoying one.
Yeah, they've all got something appealing, whether they're super sweet or mildly terrifying or whatever.
Yes.
I really like the show.
Same.
And if it's true that when the story went past this, it got too popular. Like if they end it like where like the end of the game would be, I'd be super pleased with that. I'm just like, you know what? Don't do season 2.
Yeah, I mean, we both said we could see why it would kind of drop off after if it kept going past where it should have ended.
Yeah.
But I get it. You know, it gets popular. You want to make money, so you keep going.
Yeah. The other anime was Gundam Seed. I have hit 30 something.
Whereabouts is that? Because you have like 20 episodes left.
Justice and Freedom teamed up, and Asran's joining. Like, Kira's gone like, I'm not helping anyone. Okay, we'll go off on our own. Great. And Asran showed up and said like, my dad's a dick. I'm still kind of racist, and Flay's been dragged off the ship by angry ensign lady.
Is what's her name? The blonde-haired girl, Kage something.
The sister. Yeah, she's there as well.
Okay.
And she gave them the big hug and just like, I don't know if she shows up in Seed Destiny, but I bet if she does, there's like, I love you, awkward alien boyfriend. In your infinite justice. Wisdom. I don't want to anymore. I would have started watching Zeta today, but like I told you before, my niece showed up unexpectedly.
Yes.
So it turned into, please no, don't start the fires. You know, one of those moments you're just like, where is she? What's that smell?
We
the burning.
Didn't start the fire.
Me! No, in her case, who started the fire and just hear in the distance, it's me!
Oh no! Oh, you know what she is. You're the mom that goes, what you got there? She's a knife. No!
Yes, actually, no, that's very accurate. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's just incredibly bland.
Did you watch that video from Boofire I sent you?
I did, and probably I don't feel as strongly about it, but it's incredibly bland.
Yeah, he's been in Gundam a lot longer than you have, obviously, and everything he said in his summary summation of the show was like, this is pretty accurate. Because I remember when I watched Seed the first time round, I just hated it. I thought it was bullshit. Second time round, I was like, it's not good, but it's not awful.
Yeah, but
Destiny though.
I was ticking off boxes like what for me would make what little knowledge I have, a good Gundam show. Good political intrigue. There isn't any.
No.
The moral gray area doesn't really exist. There's no one who's kind of like there's one guy in the whole show who's kind of like, I'm on my side. That doesn't make me a monster, because everyone who is currently who looked like they were going to go that way changed sides, ergo creating a good guy and a bad guy side, you know, because now the coordinators are the bad guys, also the Earth are the bad guys, and we have our core group are the good guys. That's the way this has gone, which feels like it runs counter to how this should go, from what I know. The anime, I wanted good animation, both for the robots and the humans. It's not there. It gets better once the freedom comes in. Yeah, I think budget or whatever, but the fights are largely pretty bad. Like, the reason they stuck with guns for the most part is because they knew they couldn't properly animate sword fights or up close fighting.
This was the first of the Gundam shows as well that I think was known as like laser spam. Because I mean, you see the Freedom just do lasers and it just blows up everything, and you're like, oh, isn't that an engaging fight? Isn't that
Wing
interesting?
did that, but Wing also had like a
didn't do
giant
it as
side.
bad.
Wing basically had one big gun, it fires, and now I just blast, and like everyone else goes in for chops.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Heavy Arms and Wing and Wing Zero, they were the long range fighters, and like Deathside, the Dragon Ones, and Sandrock were all close range.
Yeah.
And like Epion's kind of close range as well.
Oh yeah, Epion's all about the close mid range. But with the Freedom, it's not even just like one big laser, which it's not going to hit everyone. It's just going to hit everyone in a straight line. His is I have lasers and I will hit everything. Everything.
What makes it worse? It's the same shot every time.
Yep.
Like
animation budget.
Why? I was not expecting this much stock. Hey, last time I got this much stock footage was in a show I liked.
Which one was that?
I was rewatching Go 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 a couple of weeks back.
Hey.
I didn't mention it here, but I was rewatching Go Go Go.
Good show.
And I'm just gone. The second that scene starts, every single time, I never fast forward through that stop motion transformation.
Oh, that's good. That's why.
It's so good. But the basic fights are just so obviously we're moving a model around a static sheet.
Yeah.
And I from what I've been told, Seed Destiny has some really good fights, but I have so little interest in revisiting these characters.
Yeah.
Like I was told I'd hate them, but the most engaging character is Flay, because Flay actually has an arc. Like, it's not a pleasant arc. She doesn't seem like a particularly likable person, but she has something going on.
That's why people said you wouldn't like Flay, because she's a terrible human being.
But cool, at least she's something.
Yeah, she has something going for her.
She mentally broke and did something really shitty.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the captain lady. I think she's good throughout.
Yep.
And the pilot fella, she's clearly got a thing for. I think he's good throughout.
Do you remember his name?
Moo something.
Yeah, I mean that's all you need. It's like what's he called? What's the bad guy from Monster Rancher called?
Oh god.
Moo. That's his name. Moo.
He's like a big dragon cow. He was a big dragon cow.
He was, yeah. That's why he was called Moo, because he's a cow. It's clever.
But I rewatched the scene from that a while ago. I forgot they could talk in that.
Oh yeah. Moochie.
Yeah, but he says full sentences as well. It's weird.
Yeah.
And he's the only one who does it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pokemon. Don't tell me it wasn't. But yeah, there's very little to keep me going. I am going to be starting Zeta because as I said, on an aesthetic level, I fucking love the Zeta, all the Zeta mix. They're either
movies or compilation movies or series.
I'm going to go with the series because I heard the Gundam series doesn't go well as a show. I heard the Zeta one is a lot better.
Yeah.
So I'll probably check out the Gundam compilation movie at some point, but I will watch Zeta from the get go because it's got it's got the Psycho Gundam, it's got the Zeta, it's got the Hayakashiki, it's got the Mark II,
it's got the O,
the Boundock,
the Bylent is one of them as well.
Yeah. It's got so many cool designs and I am amazed by how many, and it's the second show, and it's like 4 or 5 different new Gundam types. I'm very surprised by that.
Yeah, they saw the sales for the model kits from the first Gundam show, and it went, make more. I went, all right.
But the Psycho, I gotta watch, the Psycho Gundam, I gotta get that high grade at some point. But
the idea behind it is quite good because the one of the reasons that Zeon lost the war. At least it was kind of built on, it was kind of additional stuff, was because they made too many experimental mobile suit types. And it's why do they have so many different mobile suit designs? It's because, we're selling toys. What's the thematic reason? Because they were making lots of experimental stuff because they were winning, and that bankrupted them, and they lost the war partially because of that as well. I was that's not a bad idea.
Whereas the other side developed one significant mobile suit and a bunch of support mechs.
Yeah, they built shitty versions, which were the GMs. It's that'll do.
Yeah, but they got one design right, and it's weird to me that the Zeta looks the way it does. It feels like a completely different design aesthetic went into the show, and I don't think it had a whole new design. I think that a lot of the same designers were still on it.
I think so, yeah.
But the Zeta looks so different from pretty much everything else.
Yeah, and then they went straight back to standard Gundam design after that.
But like, I mean, they had like the other Gundams all look normal or
Mhm.
normalish. Like, I think the Mark II is a big improvement over the 78, but
Oh yeah.
but then the Zeta's face and like the Mark III, I want to get the Reborn 100 of that because I hear that's actually pretty good. But yeah, so I am going to be starting Zeta in the week. I'm probably also going to watch Turn A at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I'll just because I've been toying with that for a while, and the more I hear about Turn A, the more I think it might be in my wheelhouse already. Like, Seed's given me a baseline, a very odd baseline. Zeta is like, this is the series that made Gundam, and Turn A could be like, and this is the series that you will probably enjoy as a weird experience. And after that, I think I'm going After War.
Oh, After War Gundam X. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. That's a good. I really like After War Gundam X.
Yeah, I'll probably rewatch G Gundam as well, but that's just because
It's fun.
my hand is burning red.
That's right.
And I don't understand people who say that it's bad because they clearly have no joy in their soul. So yeah, that's Seed's done. I'm done. I might like a couple of the kits interest me, but most of the designs are largely terrible.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the designs for the most part. Like you say, there's like one or two that are like, oh, these aren't too bad, but most of them just don't do it for me.
Yeah, no. The strike is just so bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. I've got the Justice Knight. I want to get the Justice Knight. That's pretty much that kind of like. I like what they turned them into over the years.
Yes.
But yeah. I also watched this the day before yesterday. Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast season 2.
All right.
Which is a sequel to obviously season 1, which I talked about a while ago. Background girl, post-apocalyptic world, meets a bunch of friends. Evil Mandrill, turns out she's half mutant. Specifically a mega jaguar, which basically means a jaguar the size of a tree.
Oh damn, that's pretty big.
A kaiju-sized jaguar, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And she has to learn how to control it to save her people. It's not an action show, as I said before. It's very much on the emotion side of things. It's made by someone, I believe, who had some Adventure Time experience. I'd have to check that. And some of the general tone you can definitely see with that. Some of the art style will turn people off. I know that for a fact, but I think it's a really solid show. I like all the characters. I think they handle the relationships really well. I think what little action there is quite well choreographed. And quite like the only thing I don't really like is the music, and it's just because I'm not into like the hip hop R&B kind of style. You know, it's just not me. But overall, I'd say it's really worth checking out. Kipo's a very likable character. I like her big jaguar thing. That's cool. It's actually funny. Which is a nice change from a lot of these. But yeah, like if I was putting it against the other Netflix animations, it's better than the first couple of seasons of She-Ra. First 3 seasons of She-Ra, actually, I'd say. Not as good as like the last couple of seasons of She-Ra, Dragon Prince, stuff like that. And it's very different. It's quite light. Then again, quite a lot of deaths. And quite sinister moments. And the main villain is a Mandrill called Scarlet who in the second to last episode I realized is literally the Purple Man from Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay.
Just basically without the rape. Take that out and say, like, it's got the sympathetic origin, it's got the misunderstanding what it means to show, like, affection to another human being, or in this case, another mutant person, and so on and so on. But yeah, no, I like it. I think it's worth seeing. TV-wise, that was about it of note. Gaming-wise, I started and finished Dishonored 2.
Oh, right, okay.
Fun enough game. Like, I played the first one ages back. This one has no silent protagonists, which is such a good thing. Basic premise is Emily the Empress gets her throne stolen from her, and you can play as her father, as they either strangle their way to vengeance or stab their way to vengeance, depending on how you want to play the game. Strangling is much, much harder. Much, much harder, because you will constantly be in a situation where you're trying to get because you can go hyper-violent, crazy, or not. Hyper-violent, crazy is way more fun. I only played like 2 levels that way after I'd finished, because I wanted to try to get the good ending. But like you get to there's so many tools that you'll barely touch on in the main game if you're playing the passive route.
I really hate it when it does that.
You can get through the whole game without killing anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because that was like in the first Dishonored as well. Because that's how I played the first one, and that's probably why I didn't like the game that much. Because I feel that like I want to do the good playthrough first. Yeah. And when the game always makes you limit what you can do,
and it doesn't make you want to go back and replay it.
No.
Which is, I will say, like, it's really fun to act crazy, but it's also like incredibly easy as well to just go killing everyone. Because you can basically block, one shot, kill people, block, one shot, kill, and you can do a whole string of them.
Yeah.
To the point where you don't really need half the tools that you're given. But the story's simple, but charming enough. Like, surprisingly expensive voice actors, like Rosario Dawson's in there.
Oh, okay.
No, it's decent. It's like a 7.
It doesn't sound like it's a good step up from the previous one, though. No, it sounds like at the best, it's kind of just it's just a parallel line. Like, it's another one.
This was up on PS Now, so I said, "Fuck it, it's free." Give it a go. Control, I'm giving it a go. Which is basically X-Files meets Twin Peaks meets SCP. You play as Jenna Fadden, who is breaking into a bureau that controls objects of power, unusual items. It's quite psychedelic. There's lots of weirdness. It's quite charming. Gameplay is simple but fun. You've got a shape-shifting gun. You've got superpowers. It's quite weird and lots of weird visuals. And it's clear. I think it's made by. I don't know the game, but it was a one that came out a few years ago where they tried to make it basically a TV show.
Okay.
With time travel.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Did they like link each level to a new like episode in quotations?
Yeah, and people hated it.
Is that a different game?
No, that's the one. I think it's done by them, and you like it opens with a very TV vibe, but they don't do that. Thank Christ. There are moments that don't work, which is like their story's actually kind of interesting, but when the character is constantly going into monologues, which means she'll be talking to someone and it's switched to her perspective really close to her face, and she'll say something usually just kind of like, "Oh, you seem cool. I should do that. Should I do that?" And it's really taking me out of the experience.
Okay.
Because I imagine that she's doing this in real time, and that it's just these moments where people are waiting for replies, and she's just staring off into the middle distance. Also, they've gone with photorealistic faces, which I think is also why they included that, because like, hey, we've got one that looks like the actual actor. And it does that horrible thing with photorealistic faces where the faces are not very emotive, and the mouths are weird.
Oh.
In this case, the mouths are all kind of too big, and in one guy, his mouth is kind of always off to the side. And the main one, when she talks, like, "Oh yes, I will hear that." Like you can imagine the kind of mouth movements. But like I'm enjoying it, and like it's weird. Like the SCP element is funny because they've included all the wacky elements like banned items, smartphone, smart tablet, anything smart, number 2 pencils. Like, things you cannot talk about. Alaska. Like, that. I like that kind of weirdness. It is a game where you have a lot of collectibles and you really do have to read all of them. But
okay.
I'm having fun with it. Combat is quite fun. Simple but fun. Not amazing gunplay, but I am enjoying shooting people in the head and then dropping a building on them.
As you do.
As you do. But yeah, no, that was my week. I'd say Control's worth a bat if you got PlayStation Now and don't want to pay for it.
I mean, if it's free, right?
Yeah. It's also Dishonored. That was free too. Yeah, I may have gone through their entire library and found all the free games that I was mildly interested in.
I mean, why not?
But they have to be downloadables because streaming won't work on my internet.
Yeah, it's unwise. I would always say it's better to download if possible.
Yeah,
just in general.
Yeah. The only other thing I did was watch the PlayStation 5 stuff.
Oh, yeah, I found that really disappointing. They only had Demon's Souls, which I cared about. Everything else, I was just like, eh.
Like, there's a few weird ones that kind of... Like, there's only one weird Japanese thing. And it doesn't look like it's a top-level weird Japanese thing.
Oh, Ghostwire.
Yeah, it looks a bit God Eater, kind of.
Yeah.
There was that weird dinosaur game, Goodbye Volcano High, which looks like it's not it's a visual novel.
I hate that. Looks awful, at least to me.
What is she? What is she? It's driving me nuts. Or no, it's not she. It's they because they're non-binary. I read that somewhere. What are they? Like, because they're not anything I recognize, and if I don't fucking recognize it, who else is going to recognize it? Like all these dinosaur people, I'm just like, what are you? Why do you have angel wings? Are you a Microraptor? You don't look like a Microraptor. It's like they went with a pterosaur. You don't look like any pterosaur I know, and I'm one of the leading experts in the world.
Boom.
Like, what are... Like, I think I actually got, like, really annoyed at one point and just, like, started, like, desperately Googling, what the fuck is she? They. But, what are you? Like, apparently it's like a love letter by the creator to their high school days, so I'm mildly curious. Horizon, that was a tech demo.
I don't know how anyone can have anything positive to say about their high school days.
It happened. Yeah, I saw a lot of people excited for Horizon.
Yeah. But they're not people like you or I who just do not care for that style of game.
I got so angry by the end of that game. It was so annoying because I loved the gameplay and I thought the story was so badly handled.
Mm-hmm.
Actually interesting, but the story progression was just horrible.
It'll probably be more of that, I would assume.
Oh yeah, because it's so buttload, so why would they change it?
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, like a lot of FPSs.
Not really I would say not really very interesting ones.
No, but then again, like it's a console launch. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales, I will play that if I get a PlayStation 5 at some point. I will play that.
Yeah.
Which now is like it's a standalone extra.
Right. The way from how I understand it, the way I would describe it is Primal. Like it's the same game as the whatever Far Cry 4, right? It's based off, so it's the same game, but it's also its own standalone thing. Off Blood Dragon, it's using the same engine. It's less like that because it'll be using more similar
it'll probably have the same
assets.
exact same map.
I would imagine so.
Also, I suspect it'll be quite a bit smaller in length.
Probably, yeah.
But like, I'm okay with that because while I would Miles is a character I only really know through Spider-Verse and one or two comics, and I Spider-Verse, like Miles is awesome.
Oh yeah.
And anyone who says different is just wrong. But a lot of the story hooks from Marvel Spider-Man are very much tied to Peter. And I wouldn't want like Miles to suddenly take over the Venom arc.
I don't think that would happen, to be honest.
Or Black Cat or something like that. Like I want to have Peter. Like I'd like Miles to be in Peter's game. And do you know what I'd actually rather? We have two full spin-off games, one for Miles, one for Peter. I would be totally okay with that.
To be fair, this feels like a not a patch. It kind of a side project until the PlayStation 5's full launch, and then they can make proper Spider-Man sequel. This feels like a placeholder until there's something to keep you happy. Like a cross-platform generational game, if you want to call it that.
Yeah,
like Gun or King Kong. Back in the day, if you're old like us.
Apparently, they have confirmed it's going to be reverse compatible.
I'm not surprised.
Considering how much they said PS4 wouldn't be, because why would you want it to be? I remember that.
I do too, yeah.
But I think they people got angry because it's not fun when your entire game library has to be replaced on the day because you're putting it all online. Which
is weird because the PlayStation 4, that was the thing they'd had over the Xbox One. It's like they learned their lesson and then forgot it by the next console. It's like, what are you doing?
So at least if you've got the 5, you don't have to get rid of half your games. But no. I mean, I'm a PlayStation son of a bitch, so I will pick it up at some point. But
for me, I gotta wait for the games.
A launch console. You know.
Yeah, for me, usually a console now isn't worthwhile getting until it's been into. I mean, I didn't get a PlayStation 4 till fairly recently, and that's only because they finally had like a selection of games that I'd want to play on it.
Yeah, like I go through and I find stuff all the time in there that I'd like to do, but this is what 8-9 years in.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I would not like. I'd like to get into 5 earlier, just so I don't miss stuff, because I know I have. But like Fall of Cybertron, I can't play that anymore.
Yep.
But we all know that there'll be 1 or 2 standout games when this thing is released. Most of them will be average to crap.
Yeah, it's not like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era where there was a stupid amount of games. At least games that I really enjoyed. It's not. We don't live in that era anymore because games are more expensive to make, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, like, let's be honest. This is not like, again, not like them. This is not like a major technical jump. This is you're getting better graphics.
I mean, it's not even better graphics. I think loading times is the thing that they've really been aiming for. Because the games that we saw didn't look that much better. They looked a bit better, but not...
Horizon's cutscene looked like top quality, but that's why I say it's a tech demo. It was them going like, look at the visuals we can pull off.
Yeah.
This won't be in the game, but look at the visuals we can pull off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Anyway, that's 2 weeks of me. What about you, Andy? Oh, I had a podcast as well, while I think about it. Fossil Fic episode 2 finally came out, and I've got episode 3 editing, and that should be out tomorrow.
Woo!
So, check that out if you want to hear me ramble about the Meg movies.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there only one?
The one, but I talked about the books.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
I said movies because I for the picture I just put up Jason Statham. It's Megalodon. So
it's Doki Literature Club.
That's oh god, I'd watch that. There is a shark dating game.
Oh, I'm sure there's a pigeon dating one, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, but like of a girly shark who's like I don't know if it's called this, but the premise is tsundere shark.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Like she I do believe someone worked the word baka in there.
Oh well, yeah. If she's tsundere, it would be weird if she didn't have a baka going.
Yeah, but I'd go for real dark if I did that. Like, tsundere shark should be like, I want to eat you, but I'm not gonna, but I might if you don't go out with me right fucking now.
Oh, that's more yandere than
I know,
tsundere.
as I was saying, I was just like, you know what, yandere shark, that makes way more sense. It's such more sensible premise.
Yeah. Logically speaking, sure.
What did you get up to, Andy?
What have I been doing? Well, I've been continuing on DS9. I'm getting close to the end. Dukatsu Bajoran, and he's been porking the grotesque monster that is Kai Wynn.
Oh god, why?
He's got to help the Par-Wraiths no matter the cost.
That's a sacrifice I'm not willing to make.
Yeah, neither was I. But he's really intent on setting them free from the fire caves. So I was like, all right, bro. He lost his sight. I think the episode tonight is probably going to be the get the stuff from Sloane's brain episode. Because the previous one was the Kira and Damar got the Breen weapon. So
that's a good one.
I think the next episode is get info from Sloane because Odo's dying. So it's good. It's weird that we hit the point where it's just constant story. It's like connected story, just episode after episode now, rather than there's an overarching story, but small stories in between. It's just it's got to go now because it's getting to the end. Do you remember the really bad fight scene between Gowron and Worf? Where there's at least 2 really, okay, there are a few shots where it's far away and you can tell it's a stuntman, but there are 2 where it's clearly not Gowron. And there are 2 shots where they could have used him to do them.
Yep.
They're the 2 worst things in DS9 because they're so easy to fix. At least in my eyes.
Also, kill Gowron. I've never been okay with that.
No, it was the right move to make.
Yeah, but it's Gowron.
No, but Ezri made...
There can be only one answer to that.
Do you remember the speech that Ezri gives to Worf about allowing corrupt leaders to lead the Empire?
You're the most honorable man I know.
Because Kempek was not a great Klingon leader. Granted, we didn't see much of him from the 1 or 2 episodes he was in the Next Gen. But then from that point on, we had Gowron, and we all knew that Gowron was not the most honorable man.
No.
So it's Martok's a good leader to choose.
Yeah, no, Martok's a better leader. It's just
he's not as funny. He's not
Martok's not going to
intense.
look at you like his head's about to pop off his shoulders.
No, he may only have one eye, but Gowron has like 2 that are the size of 5.
And he's just like, the guy got so, like, I've seen him interviewed and he was just like, oh no, I went whole ham.
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
you could tell.
That wasn't direction, that was me. Like, I'm having fun with this.
It's clear because the way he delivers his line, he's like, oh, he's got jam all over his lips and he's just licking it up.
You will not have this day. Like, he's I saw him on a parade once. Him and Martok in full costume.
Oh really? Oh,
And,
that's
like,
like
yeah.
after DS9.
Yo, yeah, like, it was like 4 years ago or something like that.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
And and basically they're just like, you're just living the dream right now, mate. Because he was just
Yeah.
like yelling Gowron stuff at the crowd. And,
That's
like, clearly
amazing.
having fun.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That's great. Don't forget, he also played a Klingon in the Star Trek board game,
True.
where he told you to experience beige a lot. Experience beige. What? Is that like some kind of Klingon sex? Maybe. You don't
Only with
know.
Gowron involved.
Experience beige as he unzips his trousers and he goes, oh no, I don't want this. I didn't agree to this. So I've been doing that. Obviously, I watched our Avoid Doom girl, Harufu. So that was fun. I got a box from Gruff, a Gruff box, which contained some Warhammer models he made for me out of spare bits. So he made a bunch of Hex Wraiths, which are ghosts on horseback. And he used a load of green stuff to try and convey the kind of robes and ghosty stuff of them. So that was really cool of him. He also, in the same box, he sent a load of extra white dwarfs that he got in bundles because he's been trying to re-get them all. So I got some of the older ones, which are quite nice to kind of look through and go, oh man, I remember when these were only $2.50 instead of £5. Woof, back in day. And it's nice to see all the artwork and the old minis and stuff like that, and see how they structured the magazine back in 1995. I think this one's from. Oh boy, that's depressing to see. I got a Sigmarite mausoleum, which I plan to. It's a bunch of scenery bits from a mausoleum, which I plan to like not use as such, but cut them up and stick them onto bases to make bases a bit more poppy and interesting. At least that is the hope. And I got a few more codexes from back in the day as well. I got the Realm of Chaos, which was the Chaos Army faction book from that point in time, the late 90s. I got the Skaven one, and I got the Bretonia one. Skaven, for those not aware, are Ratmen, and Bretonia is kind of medieval French and medieval English kind of smushed together. That's the idea behind them. Game wise, I haven't done too much really because I haven't really had the time. So there's been no time for gaming, unfortunately. Because when I have been gaming, it's been recording for stuff. And we obviously did the From the Files this week as well. Which you'll send me the file for, and I'll be able to edit, and that'll go up this week for the Patreon people, and then next week for the other people. And there'll also be a proper comic show this week because he actually told me that there are comics. Transformer-wise for this month, right?
Yes, there should
Are
be.
they out now, or are they coming out?
They are coming out.
Okay, so we'll have to wait. When are they coming out, or do we not know?
Close to the end of the month, I know.
Okay, so you'll need to wait till close to the end of the month, unless they get delayed, which I'm sure could happen, right?
I mean...
Probably, yes.
Yeah, it's very likely.
So I think with that being said and done, and again super dark now, I think we'll call this a podcast, Mr. Mikey.
Will we, Andy? What will we call it then?
We'll call it the Moonbase 2.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh man, where can people find you on the internet, Mr. Mikey?
You can find me on Twitter as Irish Paleo and YouTube. I don't do that anymore. You can send us feedback on the moonbase2 at gmail.com and Twitter, Facebook, Libsyn, everywhere else. And yeah, if you want to check out the Fossil Fic, it's up on iTunes as Fossil Fic, and it's on Podbean as Fossil Fic. Next up, first episode was Primal, second episode was the Meg series. Next episode is Disney's Dinosaur and The Good Dinosaur, because I didn't feel I had enough to say about one of them on their own.
What's after that? Do you have anything planned?
I have a few, but I decided not to put myself down to a schedule of like, this is the show you will do, because my opinion may change. I will do Age of Reptiles at some point, and obviously Jurassic Park and Land Before Time, but I want to try other stuff as well.
Are you going to discuss the Chuck Wendig books in detail?
I mean, I hadn't planned to, but I can if you want. I do take requests.
I mean, I did get it for you as a gift, so...
I don't care what you get me as a gift, Andy. I throw it all in.
People want to know about how man can have sex with dinosaur lover. People need to know.
I mean, I could do a special. If it gets popular enough, I'll do a special. I'll do an excerpt. I'll do a... if I ever get popular enough to have a Patreon, which won't happen, I will do a Patreon exclusive live reading of at least one of those.
Oh wow, there you go. A reason to get how
guys,
many?
If you want to hear me read dinosaur erotica,
it's not even good dinosaur erotica from what I hear.
I barely remember what little I read, but no, it was not.
You read it? What?
I'm gonna read it.
Oh man,
I read everything that I'm given.
That's appreciated.
I even read instructions. It's just like, God Almighty! It's just like, I just like I did at one point. I do remember distinctly going like, "That's not anatomically accurate."
Oh no! You should send him an email. This doesn't make logical sense.
Sir, your attempt to make this sexy has failed because the science is not backing it up. In my recommendation, you should have this approach entirely.
Oh, did you see Christoph put up another card on the Moonbase page, the Facebook page?
I did.
What is that creepy Mothra?
I think you just summed it up. Creepy Mothra.
Okay.
Was it Batra? I don't remember.
Dorat? Is that a thing?
Oh, of course, the Dorats. So the Dorats are from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and they are basically the Heisei era Ghidorah is formed when a bunch of very evil white men from the future come back. That's it. They are an evil space corporation of Americans, who speak vaguely racist sounding Japanese. Like they're putting very specific accents on that make me think either they're being told not to speak Japanese quite right, or they can't speak Japanese quite right. And they bring these genetically engineered little pets, which then fuse in together. These are like tiny little pets. And then their evil plan is fuse 3 of them together into Ghidorah, who gets his ass handed to him twice.
Oh, okay.
3 times in the same movie, I think. No, he fights the souped-up Heisei Godzilla, which is basically at the start of the movie, Godzilla's like, oh, he's big, and then they accidentally fuck with time and make him like twice the size he was and super powerful. And then they have Mecha King Ghidorah, who also gets fucked over. All in the one movie.
Fair enough. Other good news I forgot to mention. Mikey, you'll probably be pleased to hear this. Persona 4 Golden is now on Steam.
Yes, I saw. I don't trust my computer to run it, but I will try.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for it to go on a sale because I've already played it. Well, the first version, but I will get it because it's like, why not?
Yeah, kanji, man.
Yeah, because the only other way I'd be able to play is I'd have to pull my PlayStation 3 downstairs so I could then put my PlayStation 2 disc of the game in because I don't have Golden. So
yeah.
It's neat. It's coming out. So you can find me on Twitter, CCTFW, YouTube as Scrubber Commander TFW. You can find us on the Moonbase 2 forums on Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. You can head over to patreon.com/Moonbase2, do $2 each month if you want the extended version from the Files of Teletran 2, and you want it a week early, and you want the Moonbase woo-woo. And you can head over to ccbunker.weebly.com for any of the other kind of side stuff that I might be on or whatnot. So yeah, that's us done, Mikey. We did a podcast. Well done, us.
We are done and had fun.
I wonder if there'll be enough for us to talk about next week. I hope so.
No.
Oh man, that's not. Well, you're gonna have to watch some anime.
I'm not watching Seed again.
You get some Zeta done. We can do a Zeta talk.
I'll do that. I'm not watching Seed again.
Once more.
I don't want to watch Seed again.
One more match.
I will break your legs.
You are now leaving Moonbase